So yeah, open game license. People are scared. People are worried. People have no idea what is going on. Most people. I see some lawyers actually look into this. But let us be honest, sir. This is basically just capitalism 101. Because in the last couple of years, homebrewing has gone from a yard sale size or thing to pulling in tens of thousands on Kickstarters, most likely selling better than Wizards of the Coast's own product in other ways. And I'm not just talking the big ones like Matthew vs. Exandria, Critical Role content. We have Dungeons Dudes Drakenheim. There are a lot of these fairly substantial homebrew settings. And I know, as well as you, that this is what kept 5e relevant. What kept it in the actual zeitgeist. But we also know that the old game license basically is a polite ask, almost a plea almost, to not impersonate Wizards of the Coast in your products. That's about it. Beyond that, you can do almost anything else. And yeah, that would not gonna fly. That is not gonna remain a thing. That is a thing. You know why that is not a thing that's gonna be a thing? Because a thing requires a balance. And what we're gonna see now is one or two things, I believe. Not three things, one or two things. Either A, we're gonna get a very restrictive open game license, basically making it a actual license that you get from them, with monetary things built into it. Or two, it's going to become a much less restricted thing, but instead they will build a ecosystem that you have no access to. Now we know they're sort of doing this with the new 1D&D virtual tabletop, but outside of that, I still think that that's the way they can go. They can be like, all right, you can do your thing, but you will have no access to our infrastructure. We will not publish your stuff. You will have to do the publishing on your own. These are two ways I think they're going to go. And this is, of course, massive downgrades from how it was before. But also, I think we have to accept the fact that shareholders in Hasbro, which gambled, they choked the golden goose down to its last inch of breath. And if they were willing to do that to get more money, I promise you that choking Dungeons & Dragons to death will not be an issue at all. They will milk that thing dry and then leave it as a husk on the side of the road. Because if they're willing to gamble with Magic the Gathering, Dungeons & Dragons does not stand a single chance, no matter what we think. So yeah, I say we fight. I say we make a stink. We stir shit up properly. But we also have to accept the fact that capitalism is capitalism. And if we can't get it to work, we're gonna have to make our own shit. New systems. I don't actually think they can even own the system per se. I don't think they can actually own the system. They can definitely own branding and shit. Names, places, stuff like that. But I'm not entirely sure they actually can own the rule system fully. They can own feats and stuff, but feats are easy to rename. Magic items, absolutely. At least the ones that are not generic. But the rule system, I'm not entirely sure they can own. So that's also where you can go. Make your own shit. Anyway. This was not the way I intended to start rebooting this channel, but I kind of felt I had to get this off my chest. So if anyone wants to watch this, if you're watching this, good for you. If you want to see the entire Bananas Circus, just put D&D OGL 1.1 into your search engine on YouTube, and you're going to get a fantastic amount of craziness. Me, I'm going back to painting mechs instead. Leave this insanity to be. Because as much as I think there is a point in fighting this, I'm not entirely sure there is much that's going to change from that. We're going to fight, but I don't expect much to come out of it. So, until next time, stay safe, be kind, and do play fair.